It's the last day of 2020. Can you believe it? I don't know about you, but this is hard for me to comprehend. In some ways, I feel like 2020 flew by, right? Not fast enough. But in other ways, I feel like it dredged on. But in any case, I feel like it's too soon. I honestly feel like 2020, with everything that happened this year, should have had the politeness to give us a pause, let us catch our breath for a moment. But it didn't. It just kept moving forward at the same pace that time always keeps moving forward. And there's nothing we could do about it. And so here we are. We find ourselves the last day of 2020, looking to 2021, and many of us are hoping for something very different in the year to come. That's the interesting thing about time, though. It keeps moving forward. It keeps on leaving, and there's nothing that anybody can do about it. You can't slow it down or speed it up or get any of it back. One of my favorite quotes comes from one of the Lord of the Rings books and movies, for that matter. A character named Frodo laments, and he says this: I wish it need not have happened in my time. I wish it need not have happened in my time. Have you ever felt that way? Not just about 2020 or the pandemic, maybe something else in your life. I wish that hadn't happened in my time. Gandalf the Wise gives this response: so do I, and so do all who live to see such times, but that is not for them to decide. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given us. You don't know what 2021 will bring. Will it be better or worse? And if so, when will the COVID-19 pandemic finally subside? What will happen in this new year? You don't know, and for the most part, you can't control it anyway, can you? All you can do is control how you live through it. I want to direct your attention to a passage written in Psalms 139 by the King David, the giant killer. Psalms 139, verses 23 and 24. David writes, Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any grievous way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. I love that last line. Lead me in the way everlasting. This represents one of the miraculous promises that the Lord presents to Christians or those who follow him. No matter what is going on around us, no matter what sort of times come along, no matter how they affect our lives, if we follow God, if we cling to God, we can live in the way everlasting. You see, the way everlasting does not depend on circumstances. That's what makes it miraculous. You can be healthy and in a good job and everything be going well and live in the way everlasting. You can be out of work and in poor health and have only a short time to live and be walking in the way everlasting triumphantly. The mission in life is not to live as long as we can or find ways to be happy while we're here. The mission in life is to walk in the way everlasting no matter what is going on around us, to live the eternal life here and now, even as we will there and then when we pass on to the next life. It all depends on our dependence on God. I love Psalms 139, verses 23 to 24. It is so important. In order to be led by God in the way everlasting, what does David have to do first? Well, let's read it again. He cries out to God, Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any grievous way in me. He asks God to work with him to show him what areas he needs to grow in. David's not asking God to change his circumstances. He's not asking God to change other people, but rather to search David's own heart and cleanse David's own way of anything that is grievous, his thoughts of anything that is unrighteous. That's where he starts. And so I want to encourage you to begin the new year with this mindset. Begin the new year and every day thereafter with this call on God. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any grievous way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. Examine your heart. Ask God to help you examine your heart. Reveal what needs to change in you so that you might live the way everlasting no matter what is going on around you. Happy New Year. I love you, church.